are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I think I'm back. I think the Boyle is back, at least for today. And I tell you what it was? It was the fucking calendar. Last night before I went to bed, which was late actually, 2 o'clock, fucking finishing up the Patreon shit. The Patreon potty for this week, releasing it. And it took fucking forever to upload. So if you're on the Patreon, go check it out. Guess what it's about? It's about depression. Anyway, just before I went to fucking bed last night, I was like, maybe I'll have a little look at my calendar. And I looked at my calendar, saw what was on the menu for today. And then I was like, all right, I've got fucking an aim tomorrow. I've got a direction I can head. Then I woke up, had a little look at my fucking calendar again. I'm like, all right, as long as I fucking do these things, I should be all right. I mean, I'm like an hour behind on all of them. I haven't followed it at all. There's still some teething problems. This is day one. But I'm looking at the calendar and I'm like, all right, fucking gym 9:30 to 11. I got to the gym, parked in the car park, and then scrolled for 15, 20 minutes because you can't just fucking bounce into the gym like you want to be there. You got to work yourself up into the right frame of mind with some fucking reels. Then I get into the gym and I need to go to the toilet. So there's another half an hour. So you're 50 minutes behind already. Haven't even lifted a weight. And then I just look at my calendar again and I'm like, I can fucking shuffle a few things around. I've got lunch from fucking 1 till 2. Maybe I can take a little bit of fucking time out of the lunch. I didn't. I still had an hour lunch. I just decided I'm just going to be fucking an hour behind on everything. How does that sound? But I fucking tell you what, that feeling that you're not doing anything or your whole day has been pointless has almost fucking evaporated today. And I tell you another fucking consequence of the fucking calendar. It's you actually have more time to fuck around and do the bullshit that you shouldn't be doing. Like there is time in the day to do that shit as long as you got it fucking planned out. So day one with the calendar, fucking success. I tell you what else is starting to work its magic. The fucking fish oil. I can feel my brain operating a little bit better. And also the protein. I'm starting to fucking get a little bit shred. Like it only takes a little bit of encouragement to get the fucking ball rolling again. You just need to see a little bit of fucking results from your actions. And then you can fucking start building on top of that. Build some fucking goddamn momentum. The fucking trick is just to do something. Do something rather than nothing. That's the trick in life. Nothing is not a fucking option, alright? God, fuck, I wish it was an option. Nothing is what I am fucking best at. I am a fucking Olympian of doing nothing. I can really fucking get nothing done. Anyway, we've fucking turned the corner. That was a long fucking 2 weeks. Maybe even 3. Was it 3 weeks? Who knows? But I'm starting to feel more positive about things now. Anyway, fucking it's Monday, so you know what time it is? It's Ask Boyle time. I need to find that old jingle. I need to put that in my fucking goddamn calendar. So anyway, if you have a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation, now fish oiled to the fucking max, so my mind is just fucking flowing. The fish oil does make a difference. I know I said this exactly the same time last year when I was exactly the same depressed for the exact same reason and did the exact same thing to get out of it. But it does help. Anyway, if you do have a question, send it through to my website, boylecomedy.com. There's a section there for Ask Boyle. Write it in, or you can use your own fucking voice and record a message, and I'll play it out on the podcast. Anyway, this week's Ask Boyle, it's going to be a couple of them, and I'm only doing it because there's been so many fucking people write in about this fucking cunt. Lately, it's fucking annoying me, so I'm going to answer some of the questions. Well, there's only 2, but I've been getting a lot of questions about the great man, Andrew Roberts. So if you don't know who Andrew Roberts is, you are one of the 9 billion people on Earth that also don't know who he is. I think there's like 10 to 20 people on this podcast who know who he is. Anyway, I do another podcast you all should be listening to, the Oppression Chamber podcast, and he was a co-host for a few years, and then he he got drunk one night and choke-slammed a female comedian who just so happened to have been pregnant. He didn't know that at the time, but still. Then our other co-host of the podcast, John Dorr, he had some moral objection to the whole choke-slamming thing, which I did as well, but I could have looked past it. I have looked past it. So Roberts got kicked off the podcast, and Izzy Ali, a much, much easier cunt to work with, just as funny, just a little less psychotic. Anyway, that's who fucking Andrew Roberts is. So here's the question. It's from Samoan Kiwi cunt. He actually came to my show in Sydney, and before my show I was just pacing around out the front, and I bumped into him and he was like, "Oi, Boyle." And he was smoking a joint. I'm like, "How's it going, man?" He was like, "You're bigger than I thought, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not even a fucking 2-stripe white belt yet." And another thing, when you send in your ass boils and your fucked up Fridays, use your fucking real email, because I tried to fucking email the Samoan cunt and he put in a fake email, so I couldn't get to him. Anyway, here's Samoan Kiwi cunt's fucking question. I've been listening to the Oppression Chamber since conception, and I want to know your thoughts on Roberts. As a Kiwi cunt who's lived in Australia for 10 years, I love larrikins like Roberts. Don't we all? Guys like him are the bastion of Australia, as it is slowly getting pussified, same as New Zealand. Anyway, do you think Roberts has a chance at sorting everything out and getting back to his comedy? The cunt was on the front page of the San Francisco Gate newspaper once upon a time, and I really hope he can sort his shit out. I'm probably just as fucked a cunt as him, but I really wish him well. Well, Samoan Kiwi cunt, you have come to the right place. Fuck, man. I just don't even know where to fucking start with Roberts. And it's not just Roberts. Roberts is a type of character that I just fucking love. He's one of like several fucking people that if I can get myself to a certain level, I just want to drag these people along. Like Roberts, Miles Milson, Mark Oshka, fucking Dom Chapui, Dor, Izzy. These absolute fucking degenerate, crazy, fucking just one of a kind individual fucking dirty diamonds. But that's all I've ever worked with in comedy, is just the absolute fucking worst cunts you can possibly work with. The thing is with Roberts and all the characters like him, what makes them so amazing is almost that they're willing to self-sabotage deliberately for no other reason than just to annoy you. Like, they're so anti-authoritarian that if you tell them to do something in their best interest, even just a small thing, you just can't get them to fucking do it. They are so fuck you and the world that it's hard for them to fucking just be alive. But I tell you what, I'd take fucking one Andrew Roberts over 1,000 fucking average Joes. That's for sure. I still believe in Roberts. I still believe that fucking if he did all the right things, he could fucking pull himself out of the fucking abyss. But I know how much work he needs to fucking do. It's going to take a whole fucking change of mind. He's going to have to humble himself to the point where he's like, I'm nothing, I'm zero, and I need to rebuild, which is going to be hard for him because he thinks he's the king of Melbourne comedy and he believes he's in a fucking war at the moment. A war in his mum's garage. I don't know what fucking war he's fighting. He's in one war, and that's in his fucking own head. against himself. So it would it would take like a complete 180 on what he is now. And he's so fucking unapologetic, which makes him great. That's one of the things that makes him great. See, the thing is with these cunts, you don't want to fucking polish them up too much either and take away the thing that makes them fucking amazing. You just want to get them to a point where they're not so self-destructive that they can't fucking do anything. You want to get them to a point where they're fucking functional. And all these cunts that are the funniest dudes, they're barely functional. Being a larrikin and a comedian in 2023 is a lot different to being a fucking larrikin in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, because every industry, every market is just hyper competitive now. So if you don't have your fucking shit together, you're just never going to make it. For example, Mark Oshka, he was doing his fucking Melbourne International Comedy Festival show the other week. And I was like, man, make a post on Instagram and send me the link to your tickets and I'll put it out on my Instagram. I'll try and get some people who have heard of you off the podcast to your show because I've talked about you a bunch. We got arrested together, cunt. He messages me back. He's like, I can't get into my Instagram. I lost my password. And that was the end. That was the end of the conversation. I didn't hear back from him. Then, like 2 days ago, this is about 3 weeks after his show, he must have found his password and he added me on Instagram. He's got 20 followers. And he's made 2 posts. So there's only so much you can do with that. Miles is another one. I'm like, Miles, I'll give you some money. Come do a podcast with me. We'll do an hour Fucked Up Friday podcast. We'll film it. We'll do that. I'll pay you. Just no reply. It's not like he's doing anything else. Same with Roberts. When I fucking saw him down in Melbourne, I was like, Roberts, we'll do an hour Fucked Up Friday together. I want to film it, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you money. He's like, yeah, I'll be ready to do it in about 4 months. I'm still at war. I'm like, fucking what? And now I'm like, all right, Roberts, people are interested in hearing from you. Can you do a podcast once a month? I'll put it on my fucking Patreon. It doesn't have to go out anywhere. Just once a month. Can you get to a fucking microphone and we'll do a podcast? He's like, yeah. And that was 3 months ago. And I asked him again today. I was like, are you cool to be able to do the podcast? And I just get a thumb up. Just a thumb. That's it. No other fucking message or anything. And I'm trying to get it through his fucking thick skull that people fucking love him and they want to hear from him. Like everyone who messages me about Roberts, I forward it to him. I'm like, people love you, man. Stop fucking just living in your fucking cave. He's living in a fucking recording studio on the floor. But he doesn't seem to believe me or get it. So, man, I'll fucking back these cunts until the end, but fucking, I wouldn't be fucking putting a lot of money on. I'm talking like these cunts are long odds. At the start, I backed all these cunts like they were fucking sure things because they are the funniest. They are the most talented. But I didn't realize until many years later that that makes absolutely no fucking difference in comedy. It's almost to your detriment. So I'll fucking, if I can drag my own ass up, I'll be fucking dragging these cunts up too. But they won't even want that. They'll refuse any help. They would rather burn me alive than fucking take any help. So I don't know. We're going to get something going with Roberts. I'll do it for the Patreon. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Another question that got sent in about Andrew Roberts was, who would win in a fight? Boyle, Le Boyle, or Andrew Roberts? And that one's already been settled because I kicked the fuck out of it about 4 years ago. It was about a month before I quit drinking. Me, Dor, and Roberts went out for an oppression chamber fucking bonding session. And as you can imagine, by about 2 a.m. that night, we're all fucked. Andrew Roberts at the bar. I'm trying to buy him a drink. He's like, fuck off. I'm like, you're poor. Let me buy you a drink. He just turns around to me, headbutts me in the fucking teeth, splits my lip open, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And so I just got him on the ground and just started fucking smashing him in the face. I was so fucking angry. He could have knocked my teeth out. Anyway, if you want to hear more about that, just go to the Oppression Chamber. I did a whole episode about it. It's called Boyle Bashes Roberts. So that has been settled. Anyway, that's enough of fucking Roberts talk. Thanks for your questions, I think. That'll do for today, and I'll see you the fuck later.